because I have to turn on the game before I start streaming it. Um, the game is acting like a little computer program, so oh, there's side stories. Whoa, whoa, unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Whoa, that's fucking cool. Oh, Monica's file's a lot bigger than everyone else's. Oh, that's cool. Oh, these are my actual save files from the game, because save zero is the autosave. So it's trying to emulate going into your own computer files. Okay, so this is really cool. Oh, you unlock. Wow. Okay, so Doki Doki Literature Club Plus is actually really cool. You get these are like wallpapers. Oh, and you can set them as your wallpaper too. I'll probably just do this one. Error. Could not be changed due to the administrative policy restriction. Wow, that's awesome. I don't know if you guys can see trophy stuff, so. And all the poems? Oh, man. Because I love the poems, too. Oh, you can make it bigger. And then all the special scenes, which I'm not making that one bigger. But actually, I want to see... No, okay. I wanted to see if you could, like, press buttons to change through the animations. Oh, and there's behind-the-scenes stuff, too. Wow, Halloween stuff. That looks... The udder looks really weird on Sayori there. Okay, I could set that one as wallpaper, but why couldn't I set this one as wallpaper? Oh, you can. You can just do that. I kind of like... Oh, but I can make any of the scenes the wallpaper too? Wow, that's crazy. Background, sketches, promo. That is cool. Oh! This rocks! Yes. Fuck yeah, I love this song. Wow. Alright, I'll do more side stories later when I actually unlock them. Holy shit, I actually can fully recommend this version for anyone who's a fan of the original game. Because this is how the game's supposed to load up. There's not supposed to be the computer stuff in the game at all. But they do that for a reason, which I know what the reason is, but yeah. I was wondering how they're going to handle stuff that... Because this game was exclusive to PC for a very valid reason. So I was wondering how they're going to handle that. They handled it pretty well. We're going to do the autosave because... Yes, that is the last one. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to say before we started, I'm really loving the game. And like I said, I've never beat this game before, but I do know some of the spoiler stuff. Like, for example, I know why you need the files. So my friend asked me yesterday, what's the point of playing this game if I already know spoilers? Because the spoilers are the best part. I understand where they're coming from, because this game's spoilers are cool, and that is the main draw of the game. But when it comes to any art medium, some of the finer details are the best parts of the games. For example, I've always wondered why people draw so much fan art of these characters from Doki Doki, because we all know their dark fates, and the point of the game isn't to turn them into your waifus and fall in love with them. The point of the game is to experience like the insanity of it all, which, by the way, I do want to check on my YouTube to see how I sound while I'm playing real fast. But just like how I really enjoy a movie, you know, you might like a movie and you experience it the first time, you need to go back and rewatch it a few times to fully grasp all of its concepts and see all the small details, see all the small foreshadowing events, because sometimes you can't pick up on the foreshadowing until after you've already seen the film. Sometimes you see some foreshadowing going on, you think you know where it's going, but then you don't know where it's going. You've already seen the film. Okay, sometimes good. You see some foreshadowing going on. Okay, I don't need to get the echo effect going. But yeah, and so if you notice when I was reading the poems, I was rereading them over and over, and that's part of that. It's part of that whole thing is I'm rereading the poems because I'm trying to learn everything I can from these poems before I just have the characters start explaining it to me. This is the kind of game where the point is it's trying to parody visual novel stuff. It's trying to like use what we know about visual novels and turn it all on its head. But I don't know. I'm just really liking the characters in the normal sense anyway. But again, so the thing with visual novels is a lot of them are dating sims. So the idea is you're one guy and you hang out with these 4 girls. But I could, if this game was like you're just a girl and you're just making friends with these girls, I would also play it. Because to me, I'm just loving the characters in the poems. But I also understand the importance of having like a shipping dynamic, so that way you can kind of put your own little spin on the games for every individual playthrough. And I just noticed that you can unlock side scenes depending on who you choose to go after. And I'm doing a Sayori run this time. I think I just kind of decided by the seat of my pants. I think every poem I've written so far has been more Sayori focused, just by pure accident, coincidence, but don't worry, I just walked into, I think I read this part yesterday. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club but now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it was for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. Oh, I thought you'd be upset. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. Oh, okay. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, don't you usually have a fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Eh. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh. Yeah, I was about to say, I had to try to read it. I was like, Ika, okay? I think that makes sense. I had to try to like spin it to make it work, but now she's blatantly pointing out the fact that it doesn't make sense for the English audience. Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Yeah. And whenever people on Twitter make fun of localization, that's part of what localizers do, is they make jokes that don't make sense for Japanese audiences. The jokes that make sense for Japanese audiences sometimes don't make sense for English-speaking audiences, because some of the names and puns that work with Japanese names don't work in English world. So yeah. So sometimes they have to completely change the jokes to make them work. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh. You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should just ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Well, how's he still intimidated by Monica? At this point, I feel like Monica's like my go-to friend at this point. Maybe it's because I friend-zoned her and he's trying to fuck her, but I don't know how he's still intimidated by her at this point. I mean, come on, dude. Wambino, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Wambino. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Bringing it up with the person of interest. So she's saying she can't tell me. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing in our mind is you, Wambino. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else you know. What? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like extra light has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. Hee hee. You're funny, Wambino. Have you ever thought that maybe you're always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up to her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watched her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. Make eye contact with Monica. She smiles at me. I wonder why she's talking about with Sayori. I guess I'll do Sayori last, but I think Sayori's gonna like it. Let's do Natsuki, because she has the simple poems, and they're kind of cutesy. Put me in a good mood, so let's see. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if I ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Grr. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, that was me going, Gah! Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Ahaha. How the hell do you call that a joke? Oh, I used to be friends with so many girls that would hit me in high school. Not because I would do anything like crazy or anything. They just do that. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. In fact, Natsuki reminds me of a lot of people I used to know. Anyway, Natsuki holds her palm out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you. Oh, in a way that you thought had left you long ago. This is kind of more like a song. That's like the chorus right there. Yeah, in fact, there it is again. Yeah, it's kind of like a song. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, so you're free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought it left you long ago. I don't know why I can't read. I'm sorry. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. So it's definitely like a romance thing, right? I don't feel like I need to read it again or overly explain because everything is so, like to the point. She's not. Her other stories, her other poems were very like one was like a Dr. Seuss little kid book. Her second one was more like this build up to the wait, what was her second one? I remember liking her second one. Now I can't think of it. Point is that the second one was about Amy who likes spiders, yeah. Which I really liked that one the most so far. However, even though this one's about romance, because Sayori is sad, I'm kind of like relating this to Sayori and thinking about Sayori right now. Like Natsuki's wants to help her friend, or maybe Yuri, because Yuri's also like down in the dumps. But she wants to help some of her friends, but it's about like love. So I don't know. But you can metaphorically love your friends. You don't have to make out with your friends to make them feel better. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic to have us both write about, or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. No, that one was good. I think her first one was my least favorite, so it's a little bit too amateurish, and her second one was by far my favorite from her, for sure. The Amy one. Yeah. Let's just go straight to Yuri next. Well done, Wambino. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. Girl, you gotta fix your hand. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid of the whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone with these writings, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Wambino? Well, I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just my opinions, As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. What? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and you have most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. What? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri. It's not as bad as you making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sorts of conclusions. It's just, I'm a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. Okay, so they both write about beaches. Can I zoom in? I'm like reclined far away from my TV and relaxed. Alright. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under the clear blue sky, an expense of bliss. What are these word choices? But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. That's kind of cool, I guess. So, Natsuki's talking about beaches metaphorically, like, I'll be your beach, like, I will take care of you, like the beach takes care of us. And she's talking about getting lost in some world. So let's see here. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. While it gently licks at your foundations until you give in. Well, will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet you still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is telepathic. Oh, it's therapeutic, sorry. Sometimes I just make up the words because it's more fun. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. She's talking about tendrils all the time. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. Man, she's going all over the place, but I think I get what she's saying. Mainly because she's talking about getting lost. We're lost in a world where everything can be found, but which I don't really know how that fits into everything, I'm not gonna lie. But you can build a sandcastle, and basically no matter what you do with the sandcastle, it's going to be destroyed. So you can have it destroyed in an instant from a big wave, or it'll eventually be destroyed from small little tides coming in and just kind of hitting its walls enough till it caves in and falls down. But you still build a sandcastle anyway, even though it's ultimately meaningless and futile, which I'm assuming is her metaphor for talking about life. How pretty much there's no meaning to life because we all die someday. And not only that, but because some people say, well, at least I want my meaning in life to be having a great history and record. And that's true, because people like, George Washington, he's been dead for a long time now, but we all remember him, we all know his name, he's a legend forever, he still exists as a legend. However, there is one day where the universe is going to explode, the sun's going to blow up everything. So even if we find the cure for aging and find the cure for death and solve the issue, or make it so people live forever and they're immortal, the universe is still going to explode someday. So no matter what, there is an end. There's a beginning and an end no matter what. There's nothing we can do about it. But we still find reason to actually care about life, even if we know ultimately our future is we just die eventually. We still find reasons that matter to us in our time. I think it's what she's trying to talk about. Let me read this last part again. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and abandon my peace to a road on the shore. Drift forward and return to Earth forevermore. She's talking about killing herself. She's talking about dying. She's talking about accepting death. She might not be talking about suicide completely, but I think it's where it's up to interpretation. But she's talking about, going to the great beyond. And I think there's something cool about the metaphor of drifting in the ocean, because, oceans are so vast and huge that it really does become an endless sea. I mean, yeah. So you could just drift out there forever, basically. If you could, like, survive, you would just drift forever. So I kind of like that idea as a metaphor, just drifting in the water and never coming back. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose it's better to compare the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request, but they both just said the other one made them do it, basically. Well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, It's good for me to calm my thoughts every once in a while. I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. What should I... Alright, I'm going to show Sayori very last. Let's do Monica next. Hey, Wambino. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the performance of the festival? Well, business club, one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people. I'll have to give it more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ahaha. Anyway, let's take a look at that poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her at least past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together. I see. That reminds me, about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Uh-oh. Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It'd be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now. Alright. The lady who knows everything. Oh, this is definitely about Monica. This is fucking about Monica. Okay. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. The beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose. All that's ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, a victim of currents of the mind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend of all is all that remains. The last dim of star glimmering in the sky, the twilight sky, the twilight sky. Why does it have to be twilight? I don't know. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, and knows everything... Wait, hold on. Gotta restart this all over again. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only to the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. She's basically saying she's trying to live up to a certain perfect expectation. Just to say that nobody's perfect. And that's why at the very end she says, she blows me back afloat and I pick up a gust of wind. Like she's finding the strength she needs herself now. Because she was talking about being a feather. And she's just like drifting along and, But also, it's interesting... Sorry. Being a feather can't fly on its own. Like the bird can fly, but the feather can't fly on its own. But with the wind just kind of blows the feather around. However, she's found the drive inside of what she needs now that she's learned that no one's perfect. But it is interesting that she's talking about being a meaningless feather, and Yuri is also talking about how life has no meaning to it. So I think that's interesting. At the same time, Natsuki's talking about how if you're sad and depressed, come to her so she can help you feel better. She doesn't want you to be depressed. And it's interesting how Monica is talking about she's finding her drive by not needing by knowing no one is perfect, she can recoup and build herself back up. Yuri is basically just staring off into the abyss, wondering if death is the answer and the escape. And Natsuki is saying, to my friends who need support, come find me. So I'm wondering what Sayori is going to be saying now. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that gives life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because we had all the answers. Wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response from someone when you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, let's share with Sayori. That's your best one so far. I really like it. It's really, really nice one, Bino. Thanks. Sarah, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Wambino. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try to writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah? I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer to everyone else. Wait, you don't want to get closer with everyone else? Sorry, I'm reading too fast. I apologize. I'm ruining everything because I'm reading too fast. I'm not a good reader. What can I say? I'm good at reading by myself, reading to myself. I'm not a fan of reading out loud, but I'm suffering for you guys. I'm hoping my analysis is making up for it. Anyway, the music's getting really sad now. Clearly, Sayori thinks that I don't like her. She's realized that my character has friend zoned her, which is so funny because in real life, she's the one I like the most. But of course, what can you do? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only one exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori, no. Wambino, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sarah's trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. Stop. This game's making me sad because I don't... If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glanced around the room to make sure nobody else noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Wambino. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit earlier today. Sari, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sari cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Clearly, she wants everyone else. Her poem yesterday. Wait, I didn't even read her poem. Ah, man. Her poem the other day was about how she's reaching inside herself to make everyone else happy, and now she's got nothing left inside for herself. And that's clearly what just happened. She is very depressed and down, and she cannot express herself because she's not allowed to be the sad one, basically. Which is something that I think girls do when they're younger, for sure. Not all girls, obviously, but some do. My ex used to do that, but she, I'm pretty sure she was, fucking traumatized from her parents, basically. Not in a physical, well, maybe, I don't know everything in the world, but traumatized by expectations that are very unreasonable and unrealistic for humans to accomplish. Basically, some of us kids were not allowed to have emotions and feelings with the way our parents were trying to raise us, and she was definitely a victim of that. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? You don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri's isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Oh god. Oh fucking god. Oh fucking Christ. This is the big twist I was talking about. I wanted to play until I got to it yesterday. I thought I would have more time before the big twist, but we're about to get to it. The only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh, Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the fuck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well, and she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked... So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Oh? The curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing for this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle them all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things even harder when she's not around. Wah! I just drank a coffee too, man. I'm sorry, guys. That may be the case, but if I can also be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love Atmosphere. Like, she loves Atmosphere, the artist. You know, the rapper. She loves Slug. Slug's her favorite rapper. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares into her desk and focused on stats, nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Wumbino. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably be a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Ah. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Umbino may not like to be around you if only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisted with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Umbino to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Umbino to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So, I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though, jeez. Can we settle this already? Yeah. Umbino, are you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. I'll save, though I don't think it matters much right now. But I mean, if it's going to be anyone, I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors then. But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No! Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be this difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Oh! So they don't let you... Oh, wowee, that's crazy. Well then, I would say Monika, because then I would be helping... What would I say in real life? I don't know. Why'd I have to decide right now? I would just be like, oh, I'll let you guys know later. To be honest, I probably just wouldn't help any of them, but... Because I really don't think I'd be any good at helping Yuri in real life. But I also think Natsuki can probably handle all the baking on her own. I'll probably just hang with Monika. Yeah. Because I think I'm better friends with Monika than everyone else. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yay, you picked me. Hold on a second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Umbino was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let your ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. This song rocks. This song's super good. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job as you make us do it alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. This is so funny. If we want our event to succeed, then you need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. Sigh. It's technically most logical for Umbino to help one of you two, so I guess that's what we'll do. God damn it. I went so far out of my way to pick everyone but one of these two. Because I think, for some reason, Sayori seems to think I'm gonna like Yuri. I don't know why. So I almost feel like if I help Natsuki, that'll put Sayori's mind more at ease. Though I'm pretty sure I already know what's gonna happen with Sayori, but we'll see. Also, I don't even know if this choice matters. They might just be like, I don't know. I'm surprised I'm getting all these dialogue options that whittle this down. But yeah, you have to choose between these two, which, man. I think I'm gonna help Natsuki for a few reasons. First reason, I think I like Natsuki more than Yuri, and that's crazy for me to say. But I've been really liking Yuri's or Natsuki's poems. Ah, man. But I hate that basically I'm pitting the girls against each other because they all like me. So so I play Final Fantasy VII, and in Final Fantasy VII, people all keep shipping Cloud with either Tifa or Aerith. But the entire time I keep thinking, if he actually dates one of those two girls, it's just gonna like ruin the other one's life and make them completely devastated. And in reality, if you're in a friend group with multiple people and you guys all like the same person to the point where, like, you're in love with someone and you're like, you have a crush on them and you want to date them really badly, you know, if two people like you, the responsible thing to do would be to not pick either one. And I know that might sound crazy, but it might help save the friend group. Sometimes friend groups kind of disappear and go away over time. It just might be better if you just kind of let things chill before you like start dating people and pissing everyone off, basically. But you know, so when there's multiple girls that like you within a friend group, you kind of have to be responsible about that. Yeah. Anyway, so I feel like I really just don't like that. Like somehow it's out of my. I can't get out of this situation, which is what I would do in real life. In real life, I would just not make either one more pissed off. Especially, I wouldn't announce it, or like I try to keep it secret if I was going to help one. But also, do I really need to spend the entire weekend with only one? I can help both of them. Like I can help one day, one the other day. It's not that big a deal. Though, I feel like helping Natsuki makes more sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do Natsuki. Baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... Never mind, okay. Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Ugh. But that's not fair, because the game's not letting me be nice. I have to be mean to someone. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. Okay, so the main character is pointing it out that he feels bad. That's good. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes, everything except the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Umbino? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it all turns out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Yuri. But Sayori will be very devastated if I go with you. But, you know. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not... I mean, it's that big a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone's worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and puts her hands to Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help me make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That's really important for people during the performance. So, you need to stop being so dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But to begin to understand, Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if I didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing for me today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door after they chat behind each other. Where are you going? What? You still need to figure out our plans for the weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea what that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Humph. Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. I'm coming over Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like, I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict, if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like... It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows who might end up happening where outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous about Sayori finds out about this? It's not like I feel that way about each other. I do. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. I just go with it. Then I have a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but that doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been telling me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but it's kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori, and she's left club early that other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? No, you should go... Oh, okay. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of simply entering each other's houses. Blah, blah, blah. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh god, I thought I was going to see something way worse. Hey, Wambino. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Ah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy, but it's as it's always been. They're really using the idea of the best friend, next door neighbor character really well, because those characters are a great way to show a passage of time and a change in growth and how you guys drift apart and stuff like that. And you can tell that's what's bothering Sayori, is the fact that we're going to drift apart and not stay together forever. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. Also, it's that combined with the fact that Sayori is still kind of like a little kid at heart. But so is Natsuki, but Sayori's just a little kid in different ways, because she can like barely dress herself and stuff. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sari smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Wambino. Eh? Why can't I just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. Shit, son. That's fucking crazy. This is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sari. I grabbed Sari by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. About it. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. Oh God. What a mess. You just sing it for the first time. Sing what? What are you talking about, Sari? Yeah, she has depression. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Wambino? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I have had really bad depression my whole life. Yeah, she's just been hiding it from the main character. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible Sari kept this from me into this entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not be thinking about her? Why, Sari? Eh? Why is it you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I wouldn't have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Wambino. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet. When people try to care about me, it feels nice sometimes. Hold on. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and getting closer with everyone at the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sari. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Wambino. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. So the whole getting cookies thing was a metaphor, and now she's being punished in a different way. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Ah, man. If for people who haven't gone through depression, and this sounds crazy to you, or you think she's just like a psycho bitch with BPD or something, this shit's really good and really accurate. Well done writing. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Wambino, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Wambino, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Though yeah, that's the problem is these aren't the words she wants to hear at all. That's the tricky part, is there's really no way to make her happy because she just needs like medication. That's the truth of it. There's no way you can like just be like, but I love you and care about you, because it's like, because the way they feel is they're manipulating you by using their sadness to get what they want. They don't think it's real. They don't think you actually really love them, you know? You're only doing it because you feel bad for them. So that's the tricky part of the whole thing. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this, Wambino. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want to do is for her to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything I can do, you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all very scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Wambino. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are warm, and that's really scary too. As she does let me go, I let go of her as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Well, that's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day with her, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have to have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would do any good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. Look forward to it. So I didn't realize this game was going to build up to her depression so well. I thought it was going to be more abrupt and shocking, but the signs are all right there. The warning signs are just right there. So Sayori exits the house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I gotta get some water. I have some little bit of iced coffee left over, but it's mostly just melted ice with a little bit of coffee residue at the end. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniforms totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear that Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snark like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not going to go after... What, you're not going to even offer to take the heavy bag for me? Where's the hospitality, Wambino? Come on. Since when did I have to be a gentleman? I grab the bag... I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. Haha, I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Hehe. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? That's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you're treating me like a kid? I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up to say out loud, but... Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there's tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Wambino. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. But if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults, like, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things into her bag, we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour spilled, fluid, plastic bags strewn on the countertop. The mixer isn't big enough that we make the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting on my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Wambino, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? The color of the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even the flavors aren't different, everyone still picked their favorite. That's a good idea. And we're doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all? Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. Not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each one. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end. Just looking at it makes everyone else's eyes light up. Like the ones you made for the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sari and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I could make Natsuki proud of like this too. Yeah. Maybe I will use food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and huge bowl of icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It's just take a little longer. Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks her finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey, Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in the icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. Ah! The, the force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glow of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Ugh. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Oh, don't do it with your tongue, girl. God. Just wipe it with a napkin or something. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off her fingers before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab onto one as well. I wish this was animated. Oh, here it is. Oh, this looks... They're standing in the air, but it looks very suggestive. But they're standing in the air. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. Sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Oh, I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Ah! Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Wombino, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the move turn like this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breasts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, sometimes things happen in the heat of the moment. But yeah, obviously you can't take it to that level. I mean, come on, man. Everyone knows that. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki runs over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning on the oven. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses the oven mitts and grabs the blackened tray out of the oven. She sits on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. Tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. That smells so good. Yeah, okay. Clearly, your choice of Natsuki or Yuri is going to start a romantic thing with one of them no matter what, I'm assuming. So now I'm doing a romantic thing with Natsuki. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens up the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warmth fills the air. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They look even better once you add icing. Not that you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here's a scoop of icing into the bags. Natsuki's hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one could even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on cake, like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature-themed by writing different words on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on the words they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. That's actually a really cute idea, so... Aha! Maybe I'm getting it from you. But what's that supposed to mean? That I'm not cute? Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the piece and fastens the nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, blah blah blah. Where's my water cup? When we finally finish, Nazi puts them all side by side and admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one more. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Aha, Suri's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down to the cupcakes already. She would still be at dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat so much as if I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. I forgot she likes manga too. Natsuki really is kind of my style. Not saying my type, but she's my style for sure. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori... Why, if you and Sayori each carry some, then you could probably do it on one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at this point, I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. I feel like this afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take this opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? I think you got closer to her, dude. You licked her fingers. I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how to have fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think it's possible. I'd like to spend more time with you like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Bambino, thought you only cared about getting things done. I'm sorry I had to leave early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel like the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks, her matching eyes, filled my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to get dizzy as if I feel her soft breath against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori! Eh? Ah. Hey, Wambino. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Wambino. I just stopped to say hi. Ah, well, you should have come a little bit earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Ah, really? That's too bad. Well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off. Oh, wow, so we were about to, like... I mean, she was about to fucking do it. I was about to get kissed on the lips. She was about to plant a big smacker on my fucking face. She only stopped because of Sayori catching us, which also is like, yeah, the main character also was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? This escalated really quickly. But yeah. But obviously my main character accidentally did some things, but he was kind of acting on instinct. He was definitely doing things because he likes Natsuki, so that's just, yeah. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know. How much you were having fun with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. So you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Wambino? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. Hold on one sec. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sari, don't say that. It's true, Umbino. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sari, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden on your mind it's making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So if it takes the entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sari looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Wombino. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sari? I'm scared of that I might like you more than you like me. Sari. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself, Wombino. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sari. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down Sari's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sari nods. Even if you don't understand at all your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. Oh. The problem is I think both of these options lead to the bad ending. Well, that thing with Natsuki was really cute. But... I mean, I like Sari more, but... I think Natsuki's just a little flirt fling kind of thing. Sari's the real deal. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens, as long as you continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Wombino. Suddenly Sari wraps her arms tightly around me. Wombino, is this really okay? Yeah. I let Sari in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go again. I love you, Wombino. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sari's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sari? Sari? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Wombino. It's okay, Sari. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sari and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes Fest tomorrow our first date, huh? Hehe. What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Wombino. Sari gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. Right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sari means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sari? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I feel like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. I feel like a bunch of thorns hit me when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give everything I got. Sayori's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes for her to be happy for sure. Okay, so the thing is that I wouldn't have picked I Loved Her if that wasn't the run I was already going on. Like, I already clearly have been working towards her anyway. I feel like the main character should just date her anyway. Um, like, that's just what I personally feel. In real life, that's a lot of times that's not what happens. A lot of people want their, like, two friends to date each other who've been friends for a long time. People always ship that, like the impossible or unstoppable thing. But a lot of times it just doesn't work out that way because people have other ambitions in life. And that's kind of like your first pseudo breakup is just never getting the chance to date your childhood friend, basically. And it's just something you have to get over in life. But in fiction, I think a lot of us always root for those kind of characters just because it's always the sweetest and cutest. And because in the fiction, we don't have to worry about financial responsibilities or anything else that makes a couple become a thing. In reality, I think if we lived in a different kind of society, if the economy wasn't so important to society, people would probably just date they'd probably just date like people they are really close to, feel like family with, versus worrying about economic things. But there's also other things like just not being attracted to who you're friends with or whatever, or stuff like that as well. And funnily enough, like even you get like sexual fetishes and other sexual desires that have nothing to do with what your friend likes. You might not even like the same stuff. And that's when you realize that sometimes just being friends is what's better for you. I think for this story, it makes sense for these two to date each other. And maybe they'll break up later, but I still feel like it makes the most sense for them to date each other, even if they're not the best couple of all time. I don't think the main character will be the best couple with any of these four girls. I don't think that's the point. I think it's just, whatever. But it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes for myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond with my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited about it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. So he really should have gone to her bed and woke her up. Because I'm pretty sure they discussed doing something like that. Mombino, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks of the classroom. They must be the ones prepared all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. You think that of all the days this important, that she tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would have woken her up. Why is there no audio? Hold on. Okay, there's supposed to be no sound. You should take a little responsibility for her, Wombino. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it all that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out on the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I'll grab one of the pamphlets laid on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like that will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sarai's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. This one I haven't read before. Ah. What is this? Reading the poem, I got a pit in my stomach. Wambino? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sari's written. But more than that, I've changed my mind. I'm going to get Sari, so... Ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sari. It's not a big deal, at least for her. I'll help wake her up. Even a simple gesture of waking her up to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's how she needs. That's what I want to give her. I reach Sherry's house and knock on the door. I think this is the big moment I've been dreading. We'll find out. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like I said, I open the door and let myself in. Okay. Well, that's kind of where what I was trying to, that's kind of where I wanted to get to. That's kind of where I wanted to stop last time, but let's see where I'm at now. Because I could keep going. It's only an hour and 30, but man, imagine if I kept going yesterday, but in a 4 hour and 30 minute long fucking stream, one part, this one here. But I might just keep playing. But I also might just take a break. But I think I'm gonna play just a little bit longer. I think I've just pressed this fucked up broken one. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air, and she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's my neighbor, a good friend since we were children. You know what kind of friend you never see yourself today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Yeah, you guys get this. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. That's a really cool effect. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Yeah, she just got deleted. She's not in the game no more. There's always the anime club, but that's not where you would be any girls at anyway. Most of them would probably be way too demanding and want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Lombino? Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I was just been looking for some supplies to use in my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members, something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. But I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Bambino. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so. In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason. Besides, I could even ever... blah, blah, blah. How could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Wambino. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for more materials another time. You're more important. Unless today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. God, okay. It's not that I'm scared, it's just that was like... This game is going crazy with all the animation stuff now. And I brought a guest with me. Girl went, eh? A guest? Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Wimbino. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes it look like our first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki. It's energetic as usual. And that's Yuri, the vice president. Oh, Yuri's vice president now. It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears to be comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Wimbino in a classroom, and he decided to come check out this club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, we should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Wimbino? The girls have a few discs arranged to the table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Oh, it's me talking. I'm surprised there's not more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all their effort into start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that it's both fun and worthwhile. Alright, I don't really want to read through all this again because we already did this before. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Like, she has to explain why we need to read poems again. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to just find these two. Yuri turns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Ugh, it's exhausting. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, yeah, this is literally all the exact same. I'm like scanning through to see if there's anything different, but this is exact same as what we got earlier. Even this part's like of Monika teasing the girls is exactly the same. I don't think Sari did much during these parts, so. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. I just got an idea. How about this? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Okay, I think there's an option to turn on skipping dialogue you haven't read yet, but I don't want to skip too far. Guess I need to tell you the truth, Wimbino. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Really? Do you really mean that, Wimbino? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, you really just left after all this. I wouldn't be super pissed. I'm happy. We can become official club now. Yeah, it's the same thing as it was the first time. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Well, I kind of want to shoot for Natsuki anymore. I want to shoot for Natsuki now, more so than Yuri. That I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between three girls: Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Sure. Things I like about Papa. I like that Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. Lots of spaces. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home. This is kind of sounding like Natsuki. Natsuki and her strict dad. Without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Yeah, it's definitely about Natsuki, for sure. Well, I figured Monika would be bouncing around down there too, but it's just these two. I'm gonna do all... Oh. Boop. Fun. Fantasy. Swimsuit. Hair. Dance. It's really easy when it's just these two to figure out who likes what more. Romance. The Crimson would be Yuri. Party. Sugar. Candy. Rainbow. Childhood. Papa. I was wondering if that would be. Valentine. Zone. Oh. Precious. Pink. Lazy. That's a really cool effect. I love that. It's so fucking cool. That is awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. That fucking rocks. I see that this kind of game isn't the kind of game that would scare me. It's just stuff that I think is like really cool effects that I appreciate. I love the audio stuff a lot there. Glad to see you didn't run away. Don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back to Literature Club. Do I still have water left? I do. Okay, I can finish this episode. Oh, her face was gone. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bumpino. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see it to the end. God, you're in front of the fucking text box, bitch. I can't read you. Jeez, it's all cartoony now. Manga is literature. I really want someone to point out how fucked up Yuri's hands are and how they bend all fucking crazy and weird. Oh, the music's getting fucked up. Whoa. I looked away and looked back and oh, the visuals are like fucking with my head. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right for me to do something blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, the screen is like tilted or something for sure, and Yuri's way too close. She's like cutting off and stuff. Plus the music's slightly off. Very slightly, but it is. I want you to try to be part of this club. So even if I do read, don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the part where Yuri gives us a book. But she's, every time I look away and look back, God, the music cues are fucked up. Every time I look away and look back, it like hurts my eyes because everything's all tilted and she's too close. Again, I'm not reading this part because we've already read this part. I mean, the screen went back to normal. Natsuki rummaging around the closet. Ugh, I hear Natsuki utter the exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Oh, this is different. You're looking for something in there? Okay. Did not expect the F word. Fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone is just gonna mess it up? Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you really like, you're into it until you figure out the other person's stance. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing the box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do that through the glass of the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Wombino. Consider this okay, I couldn't finish. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah? I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Grabs my arms and pulls me into the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read the same time like this. Eh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer. Why is it? It's like weirdly. Anyway. Reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulders, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't bothering you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Humph. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into that. I'm wondering if all this stuff is happening with Natsuki just because I was already doing a side romance plot with her already. So the game knows I kind of like her already. I don't know, I'd have to pick Yuri if I ever do a replay through. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Hmm? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Okay. So yeah, that whole Papa thing was because of that stuff, yeah. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off at the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Haha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. So I had to rant about WWE 2K24 because that game is also free this month, and it's awful. I had to tell my friend it's like so ass, and I deleted it after playing only one match. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Oh, that's you. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Now she started spazzing out and having a seizure or something. Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Wambino. She's fine. Just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in the bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? I know Natsuki's gonna like mine the most, so... But I just spent time with her, so... I'll do Monica first. Hey, Lumpino. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you had any suggestions for the club, blah 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 blah. I'll keep that in mind. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry, Ambino. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's just the sort of barrier we have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I like it, Mambino. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Aha. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. It kind of makes me think of something like Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. Take that as a compliment. Aha. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Like, the piano's the only thing that's off, so it's really weird. Sorry, I went quiet because listening to the music. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. That's just a guess, but I think she's small because her malnutrition. It's interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, I'm just trying to look out for your bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who comes... Alright, let's see if it's different from the first one, though. That's what's the interesting part. Hole in the Wall. Okay. Oh, this is a sequel. Because the first Hole in the Wall was my favorite one. This is my... Oh, it's a secret to the first... Oh. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Holy shit. This one's definitely foreshadowing or something. So what do you think? It's very freeform. The dialogue's the exact same. She had an epiphany. Anyway, you're writing a poem or story, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. We already said this. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do Natsuki first, and we'll do Yuri last, because I don't think Yuri's gonna like it anyway. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. I don't feel like giving my opinions. Yeah, that's what the point of sharing was in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, heh. Well, it's not that great, but let's show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to get announcing it in the world like you're all self-importance. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. She must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss. She liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will be mad at me if I don't. But yeah, this is the same one. Okay. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Yeah, this is all the same. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, blah 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 blah. Okay, we get it. Let's see if Yuri's is the same. It would make sense if only Monika's changed, so. Oh. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. Don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. So far, this is exactly the same. The Pacific rabbit habits. Yeah. Oh, it even says skip down there in the bottom. Oh, wait. Can I go? How do I go back? No, all I can do is go forward. Okay. Well, whatever. I wanted to read her poem, but I'm assuming it's the same exact one. I can always go to that computer menu and look again. Which I think I'm going to save after this day ends, and then start the next episode, yeah. But I might wait a little bit to start the next episode. I might play a little Multiverses or Fortnite or something, but I could always play that later tonight too, though. Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their... Oh yeah. Oh, this might play out a bit differently this time without Sayori here. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How can it be that cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I could have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Wambino did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of your own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Wambino liked my poem too, you know, and he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's not what I said. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Wambino appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours, huh? How do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you... Sorry. If I was following myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Wambino started coming up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities and others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing as acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. God damn. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do that, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Wambino hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was standing here. Wambino! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. I can't pause to save either. Oh. Monica, the game broke. Hey, Wambino, why don't you step aside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with us and the others, that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth on the desk, her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I had no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Wambino, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. As president, I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want to be around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Wambino. I would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but... Oh. Love, summer, flower, heart, anime, joy. Oh, she has joy. That's okay. Chocolate, vibrant, cute, friends, melancholy, fickle, stars. Oh no, I'm okay. Hold on. I gotta be careful here. Warm, sweet, sticky, pleasure, kitty, music. Okay, I definitely got her, right? All my saves are gone. All my fucking saves are gone. That's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here. I have to take a massive piss. I might finish this. I might do another episode soon. It'll be fun to beat this game before Dragon Ball comes out. I'm pretty invested, and I don't want to like wait forever and then play it like way later. Like it'd be really nice to keep this. Hold on. Who's watching me on YouTube? It'd be really nice to keep this going and beat this game before Dragon Ball comes out, especially with everything still fresh in my head, because I can remember exactly what was said earlier and compare it to now, and I've been noticing all the differences. So I think it'd be a good thing if I beat this game before Dragon Ball comes out, but I might not be able to beat it in just one day, but considering I have like 2-3 hour long streams, right? This one's 2 hours and 14, but still. Yeah, so I might play really soon, basically, and finish this today. But I gotta take a break. The thing about streaming is I need breaks to let my voice recover, you know, eat if I need to, which I already ate earlier, so I don't need to, and set up my water situation so when I start playing again, I have water so I can actually talk. But yeah, I'm going to take a small break, and I'll be back doing a part 3, and I don't know how far I'll get, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys all soon.